From day one, I made him captain, gave him the number 10 shirt, and just had a great relationship with him. He was a fantastic footballer, Merson. Suddenly we're top of the league. We start the season, we win the first 2 games, we never look back. We come to Christmas, top of the league, suddenly it's the FA Cup. We draw Man United away in the FA Cup. Now we're top of the Championship, looking to get in the Premier. We go to Old Trafford, get beat by the odd goal, but play fantastic. Now we're at the FA Cup. So next round of the Cup, we haven't got a game. We're supposed to be playing Sheffield Wednesday at home, but they're still in the Cup, so we have a free Saturday. So Merson comes to me, he said, Harry, can I have a chat with you? I said, yes, what's up, Merson? A bit like you saw him the other night. I mean, he's got his demons, you know, he's got problems in his life. And he came to me and he said, I've got problems, Harry, with the gambling. I went, really? He said, yeah, my missus has caught me with another bird. I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, I've been drinking a lot. I said, really? He said, I've done a few drugs. I went, bleeding hell, Merce. I said, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. He said, can I go to Tony Adams's clinic? He said, if I go to the clinic, he said, they sort me out. He said, in Surrey, Tony's got a clinic. He said, they've got this guy there. And when I go there, he's a psychologist and he helps me with all my problems. I said, no problem, Merce. I said, you go to the clinic, come back, ready to go. We haven't got a game for 2 weeks. He said, well, if I go away on Saturday after the game, I'll be back the following Tuesday for training. I said, no problem. Go and have the 10 days or whatever in the clinic, come back, ready for the running. We want to get promoted into the Premier League, first time in Portsmouth history. He said, no, I'll come back, I feel be much better. So off he goes. Anyway, he's away. Suddenly on the Wednesday of that, we're training, it's snowing, cold, freezing cold at the training ground. The rest of the team are all working hard. As far as I know, Merson's in the clinic. Suddenly I get a phone call from a friend of mine in Barbados called Michael Tabor. Now Michael, as Fergal would know, is one of the biggest racehorse owners in the world. They own Sandy Lane's Hotel, they're mega. So Michael rings me. Hello, Harry. I said, hello, Michael. He said, just seen one of your boys. He said, Paul Merson. I went, Paul Merson? I thought, oh no. I said, he's in the clinic. I thought, Michael must be in the clinic. I'm thinking, he can't. He's got £1 billion in the bank. How can he be in the clinic? So I said, Merson? He said, yeah. He said, I've just been chatting to him on the beach. I said, what beach? He said, in Barbados. I said, no, he's not. He's in the clinic in Surrey. He said, he's in Barbados. Really? Oh, okay. Anyway, on the Tuesday, Merson comes back in. That's January, right? Freezing cold. In comes Merson. He's got the best suntan I've ever seen in my life. So he comes up to me, you know, all right, Harry? I went, yeah, I'm all right, Merson. I said, how are you? He said, I feel a lot better. I thought, I bet you do, you just had an effing week in Barbados. But now I have a row with him, he's my main man, he's the captain. If I keep, without him, we cannot get promoted. So I said, hey, Merce, as long as you feel better, that's all that matters. On the Saturday, we played Notts Forest at home, 1-2-0, Merson got both the goals. So sometimes as a football manager, you have to go with the flow, you know. So that was Merson.
That's an amazing story, and yeah, like you say, Merson showed all sides of him the other day with the demons, and then he went on and bossed the game. It was
fantastic player still. I mean, the boys, that group, I had them for like 12 weeks and trying to get them fit. I mean, with, you know, David Seaman lost about 10 kilos, Matt Letizia, I think he lost 10. Merson did okay, he lost 7. Robbie Fowler lost 7 kilos. They all did some weight, you know, but Razor couldn't get Razor.
He found it.
But he came in, honestly, we trained the following week, we had the weekend off, they came in training on the Monday, so they got on the scales, all stripped off, he's put on weight over to what he was doing. So I said, what have you been doing, right? How you put on weight, you're supposed to be getting fit. Well, he said, I went out for a drink on Saturday with my mates and that, you know. I said, well, what do you drink when you go out? Well, I don't know. I said, well, roughly, what do you drink? He said, well, I had about 15 pints and a few gin and tonics. I said, I'd be dead if I drank that much, you know. But that was Razor. But he's a lovable lad, you know, absolutely fantastic character. And to be around them all for that period of time was great. I mean, the last time I ended up giving him a bollocking, I had to meet him in a cab that you might have seen in the show. But they didn't show it. I start racking him for not being doing any weight, not being on time. It's just like being back at West Ham, Harry. He was always racking me there. Anyway, what happened at West Ham with him? Right at the end of his time at West Ham, we had a game on the Saturday. Last game of the season, we played Leeds. So Razor's injured. So there's about 3 or 4 of them injured. I think they'd had enough for the season. I think they didn't want to play. So I said, right, anybody not fit after the game, you're in for treatment every day until the physio signs you off. Okay? Everybody who's not fit, you're in through the summer until you're fit and you're... Okay, fine. Anyway, the following weekend, no Razor, don't show. So, where is he? No one knows where he is. So, anyway, we end up finding him, send him a letter in the post. We find him 2 weeks' wages for not coming in for treatment, not reporting. Suddenly in the newspaper, I pick up the newspaper the following weekend. That weekend where he hadn't come in, he went to Glen Eagles playing golf with Alan Shearer and Mike Newell, got drunk, had a fight with Mike Newell, and he's falling over. There's pictures of him in the paper laying on the table beating up Mike Newell. Anyway, I do him 2 weeks' wages, so he appeals. We go to a tribunal. Razor turns up. I go with the old secretary from West Ham, Peter Barnes, who's, you know, lovely little gold guy, and me and him turn up. Razor turns up. He's got a barrister from South Africa who on my life, he looked like Tom Cruise. He comes in, this guy, he's the cleverest man I've ever met in my life. He tied me and old Peter Barnes up in knots. Now, the FA tribunal, they know that he's guilty. Dave Richards, head of the FA, they're looking at me. In the end, they're going like, and whatever we've done, this guy just slaughtered us. In the end, we've said, please don't, no more. Anyway, they come back in. I said, I'm sorry, Mr. Redknapp, but the fine's got to be rescinded. Mr. Ruddock is found not guilty. So with that, he says, he looks over at me, Razor. He went, unlucky H. So I got the up, I ain't said nothing, I'm sitting with my head down. Suddenly, his barrister goes, by the way, he said, I don't come cheap. He said, I've come from South Africa. I've been working 4 weeks on this case. There's my fees, right? £36,000. The FA, the chairman of the FA, he said, I'm sorry, this is not a court of law. We don't pay legal fees. Your client has to pay that. Razor's fine for the 2 weeks was $20,000. The fine, his legal fees were $36,000, which even I can work out, put him 16 grand out of worse off than what he'd have paid the fine. So I looked over to him and I went, unlucky Razor.
What a character. And obviously, as to much everything here, you're a legend and a football legend, but even more so now, in the last year, you've now become king of the bloody jungle. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know, as you say, I think people forget I was in football. You know, I sort of left school at 15, went to West Ham at 15, and spent my whole life, you know, spent my time as a player there for 10 years, playing with Bobby, Jeff Hurst, Martin Peters, all great World Cup players. In fact, I looked at a little, some little boy gave me a card to sign the other day, and when I look back on it, and on the card, it had West Ham's average finishing position in that period of years that I played there, which was 14th in the new Premier League. It was Division 1 in them days. It was 14th, that was their average finishing position. And when I looked at it, I thought we got Bobby Moore, captain of England, winning World Cup, Jeff Hurst, Martin Peters, we had Trevor Brooking, Frank Lampard, Billy Bonds, we had the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, Bobby Ferguson, and our average finishing position was only 14th, which I thought, it just showed you how crap the other 4 of us must have been. I mean, but no, they were great times for me, you know, growing up and playing at West Ham as a footballer was amazing for me.
Well, you mentioned Frank Lampard there, and obviously you were talking about Senior, but a story that resonates with me was a YouTube clip that surfaced probably about 20 years ago now. I don't know if any of you've seen it, but Harry was doing a forum for the West Ham fans and was getting pelters about choosing this young lad being accused of nepotism. And
it's just a fans forum, and this one guy and two of them there was actually started on me about young Frank. He's not good enough. He's never going to be any good. He's not a player. And I stuck up and I just said, look, he'll be a great player. I'm telling you now, he will go right to the very top. And for once in my life, I was actually proved right. So, but he did. But he trained. I mean, I'm sure lots of you have got kids, grandkids, nephews, cousins, whatever. What he did, he trained every day. He practiced after training. He would be out on the training ground, I'm not exaggerating. I'd look out the window of my office at 4:30 in the middle of winter, getting dark. He'd be over there doing his 10-yard sprints. He'd put his spikes on, he'd do sharp little sprints, he'd get a bag of balls, left foot, right foot, 20 yards, shooting, collecting the balls, going again, shooting again. Every day, every night, he just practiced. And he just become a fantastic player. It shows you what you can do if you want to do it bad enough. If you work at something and you're determined to do it, you haven't got to be the most talented, but you've got to have that determination. There's a million players out there who come in at 15, 16, they'll think he's going to be a world beater as a schoolboy star, England international schoolboy, and they just fade away. They come in, they think they've made it, they don't want to work at the game, unfortunately, but this kid, he just absolutely was incredible.
Great, that's brilliant. And speaking about natural talent, who would you say, coming through as a teenager, as a youngster, who would be the most naturally gifted player who actually went on to achieve greatness, in your opinion?
Well, it was difficult. I mean, I had that little group of kids at West Ham who all came through the youth team together, you know, Rio Ferdinand, Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, Jermaine Defoe, Glenn Johnson. All went on to win Champions League, Premier League, everything. Unfortunately, not with West Ham. They all got sold and all went on and played elsewhere. But an incredible group of kids, you know. So, and I'm still keep in touch with them all now. I still see, obviously, I see Frank, I see Rio. I work with Rio on BT, so I love seeing him. Jermaine Defoe, Joe Cole, all smashing boys. Michael Carrick is now first team coach at Man United, so I'm delighted to see him doing so well. So it's great. I think when you get kids come through the youth team and they're homegrown, there's nothing like it as a manager. It's a fantastic feeling to produce your own players. But getting back to the, I know lots of the women and girls were interested in the jungle. I mean, that was, I'd rather talk about football, believe you me. I do know a lot of you are not interested in football and you're interested in the jungle, so I will, you know. But no, that was a new experience for me. I'd never seen the show. I'd never seen 1 second of that show, I swear. And I honestly did think that you got food. My wife said to me, you don't get any. I said, there'll be a caravan round the back. I said, they'll be doing bacon sandwiches, cups of coffee. I said, they all sit there probably. She said, they all sit round, there's no food. I said, they're making out they're hungry, they've got to do it. They'll all go off, gotta have a bacon sandwich, brown sauce, cup of coffee. Okay, back on set, you'll go and sit down again. No, I'm starving. I said, it's a load of fanny. I said, I'm telling you, no danger, they've got to get food. They can't starve people in that programme. Well, she was right, I've got to be honest. There was no food. I mean, even I lost 2 stone, and I'm not very heavy. I mean, I came out of there sort of 11 stone, and it was everybody done 2 stone, even Anne Hegarty. I mean, Anne must have done about 5 stone, I would think, you know. But it was tough for her. I mean, she suffered in the heat and everything. She was amazing. But they were a great group. But the funniest thing I saw the other week, I never realised I did it. In the mornings, you went down and had a shower. You stood under the rocks with the freezing cold water coming down. And we used to go down. You had to go with someone. You could never allowed to go on your own. So you had to go. I went down there with Fleur, or Flair. Flair, as I called her. Flair. So me and Flair have gone down. So I've gone down there. I've got my swimming trunks on. I didn't realise. I'm under the shower. Got a bit of soap. Washing me backside. Down my shorts. Suddenly I'll go like that and give it to Fleur. My wife said to me, I didn't realise. When I come, she said, what about when you give that bit of soap to Fleur? I went, when? And she showed it to me on television. Well, I've got to be truthful, she washed her face with it.
I think as well, there's There's two moments that stick out for me from that series was one, the last time you were sat with somebody called Noel and you had yabbies in your mouth.
Noel Edmonds, yeah, I've got on well with Noel.
And you had a great relationship with him. And you gave us a lovely catchphrase from the Flintstones. Where did that come from?
Yeah, but it was only a few of us old enough to remember that, the Flintstones, but that was great. I got on well with all of them really. They were a good group of people, so I wouldn't do it again. I got asked to do Strictly Come Dancing last year. I said, no, I can't dance. They kept saying, Harry, it don't matter if you can dance, they'll teach you to dance. I said, no. In the end, they kept pushing and pushing. And they sent a girl down, a Welsh girl actually, Amy. She was on there this year with a guy. I think she had a bit of a bad time with the guy she was with, but she was a lovely girl. And she came down to my house. She said, and the producer said, we've booked up Merrick Park Golf Club. We're going to go down there. We've got a hall and we can go and dance. I went, my mates are playing golf there today. You think I'm going to go, here I am with a young bird dancing around the golf club. So I said, no, I can't do that. So we ended up doing a cha-cha-cha around my kitchen. And I think after I trod on Amy's feet about 4 times, she realised I couldn't dance. But I did ring Jamie. I said, Jamie, I'm thinking of doing Strictly, but I couldn't tell you what he said to me. So that was the end of Strictly.
And also, with regards to the jungle, the moment when you were reunited in the jungle with your son, that tugged on everyone's heartstrings, right?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, it was a bit emotional. When I went in there, I'll be honest, they said to me, you go and see this psychiatrist, I think this woman in the back streets, honestly, of London. They said, you've got to go outside. I go all on my own, knock on the door. This woman opens it. I thought she was Miss Whiplash or someone, right? I swear, I've gone in, I thought, what's going on? Who is she? And she sits down, she starts talking to me, She said, what are you crying in your jungle? I went, don't be stupid, what am I going to cry for? Anyway, when I saw Sandra, unfortunately, I did get a bit choked up, but she'd had the sepsis before I went in. I thought there was something wrong when they told me I got to go and meet her, so... But no, she's good. She's in good form. I left her behind tonight. She was watching Coronation Street, I think, tonight. So
should have bought her. Thank you. She should have bought her. I think that was the love story of the year for everyone, and I think any of the blokes in here, we felt a little bit inadequate about our own relationship. So you went from being a football legend to being a relationship goals guru as well. So well done for that.
Good, yeah. But getting back to the football now, I've been fortunate to manage some great players. I've missed out on some good players, I signed a lad once called Cole Richards from Enfield. Cole was a big striker, big black boy, quick, could run. Absolute. I went and watched him play for the England non-league team. I paid £10,000 for him, took him to Bournemouth. Anyway, we played pre-season. We had 4 games. He was so bad, he looked like he'd never seen a football in his life before, And I'm getting young, but I think I wasted 10 grand on him. He's useless. What have I done? Anyway, suddenly he comes to me, this boy Cole Richards. He says, Harry, he said, my mate wants a trial. I went, oh, your mate, yeah? He said, yeah. I said, what position does he play, Cole? He said, he's a striker, same as me. I said, is he as good as you, Cole? He went, no, it's not as good as me. I went, well, tell him not to effing bother, right? So, anyway, on the following Saturday, we go to Crystal Palace. We're playing Crystal Palace away in a pre-season friendly the week before the season starts. So Cole's there with me on the pitch. He said, my mate's the one who wanted a trial a couple of weeks ago and you wouldn't give him a trial. He's playing for Palace today. I said, oh, is he? We won't have to worry about him too much, will we? Anyway, after he got his 3rd goal, I realised that Ian Wright was better than him. You can't win them all.
You can't win them all. And all football fans always think they can do better than the manager. Everyone chooses the England team, everyone chooses their club side. And sometimes even in the ground, the fans think they can do better, don't they?
Absolutely. I took West Ham team to Oxford City for a pre-season game. I got in the dugout. We split the 2 teams up. Frank Lampard Senior took a team down to Billericay in Essex, and I took a team to Oxford City, opened their new stadium. Little non-league team, Isthmian League or whatever they were in. So I'd sit down in the dugout, lovely sunny day, lovely evening, set up at 7, kick off. I sit down, bloke next to the dugout, he starts on me from the first whistle. He's got West Ham earrings in, he's got West Ham tattooed all over his arms, on his legs, everywhere. He's West Ham mad. Redknapp, we ain't got that bleeding Chapman up front again this year. When you going to find a decent striker, Redknapp? He went on to me all first half, never left me alone. I'm sitting there, I don't want to tend to what I would like to because I'm a West Ham fan, but he was really doing my head in. Anyway, half time, I make 3 changes. We've got 3 subs. I bring the subs on. We've got no more subs. Just played 11. Suddenly we get an injury. So I turned to the fella next to me, who's stood keep shouting at me all game. I said, "Oi, big mouth, can you play as good as you talk?" He went, "Yeah, I can play." I said, "Well, go on, get your gear on. You're on second. You're on. You can play." He said, "Who for?" I said, "West Ham." He still ain't got any boots. I said, "The old kit man Eddie." I said, "What size are you?" He said, 9s. I said, "Eddie, get him a pair of boots." Off he goes up the touchline, comes back, he's got his gear on, right? He's got skinhead earrings, tattoos, West Ham everywhere. He's got feet like that, 10 to 2. He's waddling up the touchline. The guy comes down from the public address system, says to me, "Harry, who's the sub? Who's the sub?" I got my arm round him at the time, he's just about to come on. I went, "Who's the sub?" I said, "Have you been watching the World Cup, Chichi Shayev, the Bulgarian striker?" And he went to me, "I thought it was him." Anyway, I put him on up front. I said, "Where'd you play?" He said, "I'm a striker, I've got to play striker." "Go on and go up front." I thought, I hope he's useless, he drove me mad. Anyway, he scored a goal and he was better than Chapman.
So that was a time, I think you kind of presided over the golden era of football, going from like when it was all English players to the influx of foreigners. So during that period of time, did you find like a massive culture clash between your foreign lads and your English lads? And in particular, were there any foreigners that really stood out as characters?
Oh, loads of characters. I mean, I had Di Canio. He was an amazing footballer, but he was an absolute madman. I mean, you know, Di Canio was incredible, but... and like, you know, there was that group suddenly the influx, but what they did, they changed the habits of the British players. Suddenly they've come in, don't drink, eat the right foods, prepare right, live right. I don't think they could believe what they walked into. I mean, they see the English lads straight round the pub after the game, all drinking, getting boozed. I mean, Di Canio used to come to me, honestly, knock on my door. I mean, Di Canio I've never seen anyone in condition like him. He just ate right, he didn't drink, he'd come in on Sundays, he's got his own private fitness coach, he'd do his warm down session for an hour, he'd stretch, and he'd come in, knock on my, "Hey boss, fucking Razor Ruddock, we're all supposed to be stretching, Razor." "Oh, last night I drank 16 pints. Oh, I can't tell you what else he said he was doing, because we've got a mixed audience. But yeah, and I'm going, "All right, Paolo, don't worry, I'll speak to him." But I did speak to him, but it didn't make any difference. But listen, you know, I mean, everybody thinks in football when you're a manager that you're all in there, you're getting ready for the game and everything's so serious. I was at Portsmouth with Jim Smith, the old bald eagle. Jim was my assistant. And we're there one day, we've been playing at home. We got a home game, I think it was the top of the league clash, we were playing Leicester. And me and Jim are in the Premier League, we'd gone up and got promoted. I'm in my little office. Chris Kamara, who works for Sky, is outside the office. He's on there, I don't know, he's out there, he's outside, our door's shut in our little pokey office under the stand at Portsmouth. Me and Jim are in there. Suddenly Chris Kamara says, "We are now going into the inner sanctum. Harry and Jim will be in there, organising their set pieces, tactics for today's game." In comes the camera bursting through the door. It's me and Jim, me reading the Racing Post, with Jim looking over my shoulder, picking a couple out. And like, you know, anyway, we still won the game 3-0, so we got away with it. But I used to be in Alex Ferguson, we'd play at Old Trafford. Honestly, we'd go to Old Trafford and play. The teams would go out, we'd take the teams in, me and Alex, here's the teams, but give them to the referee, they'd give you the copy, we'd go back in, Alex would say, 5 minutes, come and have a cup of tea, Harry. Yeah, lovely, Alex. come back in, we get their tea, we do the set plays on put the bits up, corners, all the markings. I'd go in Fergie's office, the players would go out for the warm-up. I'd be sitting there, me and Alex would be on the phone having a bet, right? We're having a bet. Fergie goes, I've got one in the 240. A bit late, Alex, I mean, the players are coming in soon, you know. No, I've had a good chip. I love racing, he loves it even more than me, Fergie. So we're having a bet in the 240. Suddenly I hear the players coming in, I near the pitter patter of the studs. Alex, I think we better go. We ain't got time. They've only got 3 to jump. He goes, no, stay here. I'm like, yeah, but the players are in, Alex. I think he looks, you know, they'll come in now. No, you're all right. Anyway, but stay. I'd go rushing in. I'll be honest, if I was Fergie, if I had the team that he had, I think I'd have stayed there and watched the 3:30. I mean, when you've got Beckham and Giggs and, you know, you've got Keane and Scholes and you've got bloody whoever, Andy Cole up front with Dwight York and Teddy Sheringham sitting on the bench and Solskjaer, I mean, I think Fergie could have sat there all afternoon watching the racing. They could have just had a phone to the bench. How many are we winning by? Okay, I think I'll have a bet in at 4 o'clock.
Well, that brings us nicely. Oh, sorry, go. All together or not at all? Nice. That brings us very nicely onto the subject of horse racing, and you're obviously a massive racing fan, and
yeah.
You've made some friends that are jockeys as well.
Yes, as Fergal knows, they're probably the worst tipsters in the world, but I think they're amazing sport. I love my racing. I just think them lads, they're so brave. I mean, in the morning you go to the gallops, they're jumping, schooling horses that have never jumped before, and I think they're amazing people, I really do. Great athletes, great sportsmen. And I was delighted the other year when Tony McCoy actually won Sports Personality Award of the Year. It was good to see racing get recognised like that for me. I love the sport, you know.
Yeah, and it's a great sport, and like you say, they're great athletes. But you did meet someone in the first time we chatted to each other.
Yeah, I did. I did have an experience. I went to, when I was managing Tottenham, after the game one Tuesday night, I'd gone for dinner at a place in London called Les Ambassadeurs. It's a casino. Now, I'm a punter, but I don't play casinos. It don't interest me. I love a bet on the horses, the football, the golfing, but the casinos are not mine. But Les Ambassadeurs in London by the Hilton Hotel had the most amazing restaurant. So I walk in there, it's 11 o'clock at night. I've stayed in London that night because we've got to warm down next day. I've got to go into work. So I get something to eat. I dash in, go in. They serve till about 3 in the morning. The food's incredible. I walk in, there's a little guy sitting there with Satirius, who's the boss of he's the manager. It's Alex Ferguson's best pal, Satirius. If ever you see Fergie now at football, he's always sitting with Satirius. Anyway, I walk in, Satirius sits there, he's got a little Irish guy with him. So, Harry, come sit with us. Yeah, sure, hello, Satirius. Harry, this is Lee Topless, the jockey. Oh, hello, Lee. I went, you with Richard Fahey. I said, you're doing very well. You're your apprentice. He went, yes, I'm an apprentice. He said, I said, yeah, you do. I said, what are you doing here tonight? Not riding tomorrow? Yeah, he said, I've got to go and ride work at Newmarket tomorrow. I'm riding for, he named about 3 trainers he's riding work for. He said, I love the football. He said, I'd love to come to a game. I said, yeah, no problem. Anyway, the following week, we're playing AC Milan in the Champions League. Suddenly I get him, Harry, there's a little jockey outside called Lee Topless. Oh, okay, get him a ticket, get him in. After the game, he's in the dressing room. He's getting Gareth Bale's shirt signed. He's getting Luka Modric's shirt signed. He's getting all the shirts. He's in the AC Milan dressing room getting Samuel Eto'o, someone. He's got about 6 shirts. Well, you've had a good night, Lee. You riding tomorrow? Yes, I'm right. I said, yeah, I've got to go. I'm riding tomorrow at First. How are you going to get to First? Well, I'm travelling overnight. I said, but, you know, you've been eating all this little jockey outside. Well, you can't get in. Get him in. It's in the next box to Roman Abramovich. From there, we go up to King's Road. We're having dinner. Me, Joe Jordan, Kevin Bond, the little jockey, Lee Topless. He's eating double tiramisu. He's drinking 4 or 5 glasses.